welcome to PUC second year students. Again one more online classes. So today we're going to discuss a PUC second year chapter. The chapter name is moving charges and magnetism and matter. So let us begin with what it's a synopsis. In the introduction of this moving charges and magnetism matter, we come across with what? Whenever the current flows in a conductor which produces what? A magnetic field. Okay, that idea it will be utilizing, and that is itself only what? A introduction about what? A new branch that is called what? A magnetism. The new branch of physics as a result of unification of electricity and magnetism is known as what? Electromagnetism. And what are the sources of magnetic field? The main sources of magnetic field is what? Moving charge particles and sources of a magnetic field. And it produces what? Magnetic force. It experiences a force by a moving charge particles which is carrying current in a magnetic field, which is also produces what? A magnetic force. And you come across with a mathematical formula. The force on a moving charge in the magnetic field equation, that is F equals to BQV into what? Sin theta. This is in terms of magnitude. In terms of vector, you can write it what? V cross B bar. So this is the mathematical expression for a magnetic force for a moving charge particle. So here it is mentioned in vector form, that is F bar is equals to Q into bracket V cross B bar. Hence magnetic field B bar at a point defined as the force acting on it a unit positive charge moving with a unit velocity which is perpendicular to the direction of a magnetic field. So this is the definition about what a magnetic field, and whose SI is given by what? A Tesla. You have to remember this one. Soon after this one we come across with what? A Lorentz force. So Lorentz force is nothing but what? It is the force experienced by a charge particle moving in the region of what? Both electric and magnetic field. Hence its mathematical expression is given by F bar is equals to Q into E plus V cross B bar. Means it is a combination of electric field force and magnetic field force, and this is the final expression. Soon after this one, the magnetic force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field expression is given by F bar equals to I into L into B bar. After this one, the motion of a charged particle in uniform magnetic field and whose radius is given by, this is very important, R equals to mu upon qb, and this time period is given by 2 pi m upon q into b, and frequency will be given by F equals to qb divided by 2 pi m. And we are just highlighting all the important points only here. Angular frequency, that is W equals to QB divided by 2 pi m, where Q is charge, B is magnetic field, m is the mass of that electron. Soon after this one you come across with what? Is velocity selector. The velocity selector nothing but what? It's a combination of both electric and magnetic field. Hence its expression is given by V is equals to E by B. This expression is very important, and this is for velocity selector. After this one we come across with a very important phenomena that is called cyclotron. What is cyclotron? It is a device which is used to accelerate the charge particle, and examples are protons, alpha particles and deuterons. Similarly here also a theory part of the cyclotron, where here also it makes in what? A circular motion charge particle. Hence the time period equation is will be what? A 2 pi m upon qb. Cyclotron frequency will be qb upon 2 pi m, and cyclotron angular frequency is given by qb upon m. And here also it produces what? Energy. That energy gained by the positively charged particle in cyclotron is given by, this is the expression, that is E is equals to 1 upon 2 m, or E is equals to q square b square r square upon 2 m. After this one, this is the expression again written in bold letter, so that you can highlight this energy equation for energy gained by the positively charged particle. Soon after discussion about the cyclotron, there are some limitations are there for what cyclotron. Cyclotron cannot exhalate what uncharged particle like neutron. It is neutron. Cyclotron cannot exhalate electrons because they have very small mass and very high speed with quickly out of phase. The positive charge particles must have large mass, so cannot move with what a limitless speed of the cyclotron. These are some limitations. And what are the useful of the cyclotron? It is used to produce what a radioactive material, to synthesize the substances, to improve the quality of the solids, to study the nuclear reaction bombarded with what atomic nuclei with what highly accelerated particles. So these are the some uses of the cyclotron. After this one, we come across with what magnetic field due to a current element, and that is a very important law, that is called Biot-Savart law. And that Biot-Savart law, what it tells, the magnetic field for a circular coil which is directly proportional to current, directly proportional to what current element, directly proportional to what angle, and inversely proportional to square of the distance between that point. Okay, and combining all those, we are going to get a mathematical equation for Biot-Savart law is given by dB is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi ideal sin theta upon r square, and this one is written in terms of what a vector. It is given by dB bar is equals to mu naught upon 4 pi ideal r bar divided by r cube. Similarly, using the Biot-Savart law, we are deriving a mathematical equation for the magnetic field on a axis of current loop, and whose expression is given by B is equals to mu naught upon 2 Ia square upon r square plus a square power 3 by 2. If it is contain the n number of turns, and this equation will be modified into what B equals to mu naught upon 2 and Ia square upon r square plus a square power 3 by 2. Soon after this one, we come across with what Ampere circuit law, and that expression is given by what a closed integral of the surface, that is a product of magnetic field and current element, is equals to what mu naught into I. And the applications of Ampere circuit law in a infinite long straight conductor, and this expression is given by what B equals to mu naught upon 4 pi 2 I divided by R. The next one comes to what a right hand thumb rule. It states that when the current carrying wire is held in a right hand, the extended thumb, that thumb indicates what the direction of the pointing the current, and other all fingers are what curved fingers are indicates the field magnetic field. The thumb indicates the current, and all other 4 fingers are indicates the magnetic field. And the next one comes to solenoid. Solenoid is a cylindrical coil, a many tightly wound terms insulated wire with the generally diameter of the coil is smaller than its length, that is called solenoid. And solenoid will be due to current carrying solenoid. Expression is given by B equals to mu naught into N into I. Once a discussion of solenoid is over, toroid. Solenoid shape will be what in this fashion. Here number of turns will be what wounded. In this fashion, the number of turns will be what wounded here. In toroid, what happens? The shape is what circular. Here number of turns will be wounded in circular path, and it is also having the mathematical expression, and it will be what depend upon that point inside the magnetic field and outside the magnetic field. It will be given by what for the points open space interior of toroid I equals to 0 and the magnetic field 0. If n is the total number of turns of the toroid, then it is given by what small n equals to capital N upon 2 pi r, and whose expression is given by V equals to mu naught Ni upon 2 pi r, or mu naught equals to N into I, where N is what capital N upon 2 pi r. Next one, for the points in the open space exterior to the toroid is given by, that is also what I equals to 0 and B equals to 0. Only when the magnetic field is in that coil, only it produces what magnetic field. Interior space and open space, it is not producing any kind of magnetic field and current. And next one comes to open space between the two parallel currents. This forces between the two parallel currents equation is given by F equals to mu naught upon 4 pi 2 I1 I2 upon D. And here a very important point is mentioned: when these two parallel conductors carrying currents in same direction, they will be attracts each other. You have to remember this one. Similarly, when the two parallel conductors carrying current in opposite direction, they will be what? Repel each other. And here it is mentioned the by using this formula we have defined the ampere definition, and that is ampere is the current which is maintained two infinitely long parallel conductors and negligible cross section of area separated by 1 meter in vacuum, which causes 2 into 10 the power of minus 7 meter to each other of the wire. After this one, you have come across with what? Torque. Torque in a rectangular loop of uniform magnetic field, expression is given by what? Torque equals to what? M cross P bar. The use of the torque is given by that rotates in the loop about the axis of the suspension. And here we are given the some special cases when the plane of the loop is parallel to the direction theta equals to what? 90, then torque equals to NIAB. When the plane of the torque loop is perpendicular direction, then theta becomes 0 and torque becomes what? 0. And that circular current loops as a magnetic field, equation given by what? Torque equals to IA into what? Sin theta. And here that I into A is product is known as what? Magnetic dipole moment, that is M equals to what? I into A. And for n number of terms, M equals to N into I into A. And here one more thing, the SI unit of magnetic dipole moment is given by what? Ampere meter. That is M is called what? Magnetic dipole moment. After this one, you are coming with what? MCG, that is moving coil galvanometer. A moving coil galvanometer is a device which is used to detect or measure the small electric current flowing in the electric circuit. And here in that coil, whatever it produces deflection, that is directly proportional to what? Current. And you come across with the definition about what? Figure of merit of the galvanometer. It is defined as the current which produces a deflection of one scale division in the galvanometer, and this expression is given by G equals to I upon what? That pi deflection. Next one comes to what? Ammeter. So what is ammeter? Ammeter is an instrument which is used to measure the electric current, and now you will be given convert this ammeter, means by using the galvanometer, conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. How it is done? By galvanometer you can be converted into what? Ammeter by connecting a low resistance, and that is called what? How it is connected? Parallelly. Then to calculate that resistance, we require a mathematical expression. That expression is S equals to Ig divided by I minus Ig into what? G. Okay. And the ammeter which is requires what? Low resistance to convert galvanometer into what? Ammeter. And the resistance of ideal ammeter is what? 0. So these 2 points are very important in the conversion of what? Galvanometer into ammeter. After this discussion, we come across with next one is what? Voltmeter. What is voltmeter? Voltmeter is an instrument which is used to measure the potential difference across the two ends of the circuit element. Now, to conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter, we require a mathematical expression to connect that resistance in series connection by connecting a large resistance in series to the galvanometer. For that one, we require a expression, that is expression is given by R equals to V upon Ig minus R into G. And the resistance of ideal voltmeter is infinite. The resistance of ideal voltmeter is infinite and the voltmeter is always connected to parallel to the circuit. So these 2 points should be how to remember for conversion of a voltmeter. So this is all about what the brief introduction about what the chapter moving charges. And now begin with what classwork question on the chapter of moving charges and magnetism. The first question: a circular coil of radius 10 centimeter and having the 100 turns carries a current of 1 ampere. Then what is the magnetic moment of the coil? As we already study, we know that the magnetic moment equation is given by N I into A. Here what N stands? N stands number of turns, that is 100. Current is given 1 ampere, and area is not given here, so area can be converted into what? Pi r square. So for that r is given 10 centimeter, so that pi into what? R square. Substitution of pi is how much? 3.142. Radius is 10 centimeter, that should be converted into what? Meter. So after solving this one, we are going to get answer 3.142 ampere per meter square. So in out of 4 option, not minus, ampere meter square. In given 4 option, which one is correct? Option C, 3.142 ampere meter square. Shall I move to next question? Okay, students, move on to next question. The second question: a proton and alpha particle are projected with the same kinetic energy at right angle to a uniform magnetic field. Then the ratio of their radii of their paths is. One thing is clear, here they given the 2 particles, one is proton and another is what? Alpha is particle. Okay, and they are asking what is the radius of their paths. Because of the proton and alpha both having the same charge, what the charge? Charge is positive. Because of the charge positive, they possess what? The same kinetic energy, as well as they possess, for the given question, the ratio of radii to their paths have same and same kinetic energy, and because of the charge, the ratio of radii their path is 1:1. That is option C. Shall I move to next question? to third question. A charged particle velocity 2 into 10 the power of 3 meter per second passes undeflected through a electric field and magnetic field in mutually perpendicular direction. The magnetic field is 1.5 Tesla. Then the magnitude of electric field will be how much? So one thing is clear here, both are undeflected through electric field and magnetic field in mutual perpendicular direction. Then the force of electric field and force of magnetic field both are becomes what here equal, and given data's condition here force can be given by what? E into capital E, and for force of magnetic field E equals to VB into what? Sin theta. Here small e get cancelled. You wanted to calculate E, V is mentioned. How much it is? Velocity 2 into 10 the power of 3. Magnetic field is 1.5 and sin theta is mutually perpendicular mentioned, it is sin 90. So sin 90 is 1. After solving this step you should get 3 into 10 the power of 3 Newton per Coulomb. Correct option. Yes, option C. Okay. Shall I move to next question? Next question number 4. The two identical circular coils A and B are kept in horizontal tube side by side without touching each other. If the current in the coil A increases with the time in response to the coil B. Now here the two circular coils, circular coil A and circular coil B, both are kept horizontally tube side by side without touching each other. If the current in the coil A is increases with respect to time, then in response B about current is what happens? First of all, they are both have two identical circular coils. Okay, and some students are given answer repelled, option C. Yes, correct. So repelled, why? The reason is the induced current is in opposite direction. That is the reason it will be what? Repelled. Option C. Move on to next question. In question number 5, the magnetic field at a distance r from infinitely long straight conductor carrying steady current is, in given option 4 option, what is the relation between that magnetic field and the radius or distance. They are mentioned the magnetic field for a infinitely long straight conductor and whose expression is given by B equals to mu naught upon 2 pi I divided by what R. Then yes, assume correct answer. Here from this expression it is given by the magnetic field is inversely proportional to what R distance. Then option A is the correct. Yes, it is inversely proportional. Here if the B is increases, R should be what decrease haketaga. When R is increases, the magnetic field be what decreases. Move on to next question. An electron in a motion associated with guess what is our answer, students? An electron in motion is associated with what? Option C. Good. The electron in always motion which is associated with what? Both electric field and magnetic field. Okay. Move on to next question. The resistance of ideal ammeter. So in the previous synopsis we discussed the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter. We come across with how ammeter will be converted into what? The galvanometer can be into ammeter, where discussion the ideal, the resistance of ideal ammeter is how much? It is 0. Option A. Okay. Move on to next question. With the resistance R connected in series with the galvanometer of 100 ohm, it acts as a voltmeter range 0 to 1 volt it is. That to double the range of resistance 1000 ohm is to be connected a series with the R. Then what is that R value? So looking at the given problem, here they are converting galvanometer into what? Voltmeter, and we know that conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter expression resistance formula is R equals to V upon Ig minus capital G. For the first condition, there is 100 plus R resistance equals to V by Ig. That is equation number 1 for 100 ohm. That is capital G is taken what here? 100 ohm. Similarly, in second time, it is 1000 R for doubling the range for 2 volt divided by what? Same current through collector, and that 100 ohm will be what here? Subtracted that is capital G. From equation 1 and 2, okay, you just transfer this 100 there, it becomes 1100 plus R equals to 2V by Ig. We take this equation number 3. From 1 and 3, take the ratios, 1000 plus R divided by 100 plus R equals to 2V upon Ig into Ig upon V. Ig, V cancel, and after solving this one you should get answer 900 ohm. Yes, students are solved, you get answer correct, 100 ohm, sorry 900 ohm. Shall I move to the next question? Question number 9. A milliammeter range 10 milliampere of coil of resistance is 1 ohm. To use it as a voltmeter range of 10 volt, then the resistance that must be connected in series with it. So here again galvanometer is converted into what? A voltmeter. So to calculate the resistance for conversion of galvanometer to voltmeter, V Ig minus G into what? G. Here voltage is given by 10, and they mention here current range 10 milliampere, means 10 into 10 the power of minus 3, and capital G is given by how much here? 1 ohm. So 10 the power of minus 3 comes numerator, 10 raised to plus 3, 10 the power of plus 3 means 1000 minus 1, then what is your answer? 999 ohm. That is option A. Shall I move to the next question? Question number 10. A proton enters in a magnetic field parallel to the direction of the field, then the path is followed by it is. A proton which enters in a magnetic field, and the proton enters in the magnetic field, the force acting on that proton particle, equation is given by QVB into what? Sin theta. So they are mentioning that enters in parallel to the direction of the field, then theta becomes how much here? 0. When the theta becomes 0, means QVB sin 0, then your force becomes what? 0. When theta is 0, force is 0, thus what is your result? No deflecting force acts on the proton. So it follows a straight line. Answer is option B. Shall I move to next question? Move on to next question. The force of attraction or repulsion between the two current carries wires separated by this distance of small r, which is proportional to. So these are the two parallel wire, and they are asking what is the force of attraction between these two wires, and they are separated by small distance. Looking at these wires, and they are parallel, and this expression is F equals to mu naught upon 2 pi I1 I2 upon R, so that here force is no proportion agti distance agti. Then what is your answer? 1 by R. Option C. This is a problem based upon force carrying a two parallel wires. Move on to next question. Yes, question number 12. An electric field of 1500 volt per meter and magnetic field 0.40 watt per meter square Weber per meter square act on a moving electron. The minimum uniform speed along a straight line the electron could have. They are asking the speed of the electron. That electron having the electric field is 1500 volt per meter and magnetic field is 0.40 Weber per meter square, and they are asking the velocity. And knowing this electric field, magnetic field and velocity, so there is a relation between velocity, electron means electric field and magnetic field. That is a velocity selector formula. This is the velocity selector formula. Velocity selector formula. Velocity selector formula. Substitute E value. E value is how much? 1500. B value is 0.40. After calculation of this one, you are going to get what? 3.75 into 10 to the power of 3 meter per second. You are going to get what? C. Yes, correct, Anju. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Move on to next question. Shall I move to next question? Okay. Question number 13. An ammeter has resistance 0.1 ohm. It can read up to 5 ampere. To convert this voltmeter to read 100 volt, the resistance to be how much it should be connected. Again, this is the problem, the conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. To require the resistance calculation, that formula is P upon Ig minus G. Here voltage is 100 volt and the current production will be given by 5 ampere minus, and resistance is given by 0.1 ohm. So this is after calculation, 100 divided by 5, this is 20 minus 0.1, and final answer is 19.9 ohm. And to convert galvanometer into voltmeter, the resistance should be connected to that galvanometer in series. The answer is 19.9 ohm in series combination. Yes, correct answer. Next question. Shall I move to next question? The next question. A particle of charge E, mass m, moves with velocity v in magnetic field, is applied perpendicular to the motion of the particle. The radius r of its path in the field will be, in given 4 option, which one is correct answer? Here the particle making a motion in magnetic field, and we know that when the particle moves in a magnetic field, which makes what, a circular path motion, where we come across with the particle making a circular path motion. During that time, the expression for magnetic field along with radius r is equals to mu upon what, b into q, or here charge can be written by r equals to mu upon b into small e. Answer is D. The radius equals to mu upon b into e. Shall I move to next question? Now question number 15. An arrangement of three parallel straight wires placed in perpendicular to the plane of the paper carrying the same current I along the same direction shown in the figure. Figure it is not here. Just take down this figure, students. This is the point A, point B and point C. Distance D, distance D. I along the same direction shown in the figure of magnitude force per unit length of the middle wire B is given by. Now here it is A and it is C. They are asking about this B. What is its magnetic force per unit length? So we know that the parallel magnetic force carrying two wires equation mu naught upon 2 pi I1 I2 upon D. Here it is equation for force per unit length. For first wire A due to wire C, and next equation C due to A. For first one equation A due to C wire is given by mu naught I divided by 2 pi into D into at I, mu naught into I square upon 2 pi into D. Similarly, FT is also got what a same equation, that is mu naught into I square upon what 2 by D. But they are asking what is the magnetic force at B, that is F net force, taking the square root of resultant of these two forces, F1 square upon F2 square, and substituting this one in this following equation. Finally you are going to get mu naught upon I square root of 2 pi into D. So option is C. Shall I move to next question? Next question number 16. A 250 tons rectangular coil of length 2.1 centimeter, width is 1.25 centimeter, carries a current 85 microampere and subjected to magnetic field whose strength is 0.85 Tesla. Then the work done for rotating the coil by 180 degree against the torque. So the following, this question belongs to magnetic field and torque acting on that rotating coil, and whose work done can be given by m into b cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Here m is magnetic moment, dipole moment, that is given by n I into a. In the following, m n I a into a b. Here cos theta 1 is cos 0 and another angle it is mentioned 180 degree. So n I a into b, cos theta is 1, cos 0 is 1 and cos 180 is minus 1. So number of turns is given 250, current is given 80, find out on the power of minus 6. Area means what? It is length into breadth. So length is given 2.1 and it is given in centimeter, make it meter, 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 2, and magnetic field is given, it is 0.85. So after solving this mathematical calculation, you are going to get 1.15 microjoule. That is option C. Move on to next question. Everyone, seventeenth. A long wire carrying a steady current is bent into a circular loop of 1 turn. The magnetic field at the center of the loop is B. It is bent into circular coil for n number of turns. Then magnetic field at the center of the coil of the turns, n turns will be. So it is bent in circular shape and whose expression is given by mu naught upon I divided by 2 into R. We make two equations here for carrying 1 turn and carrying for n number of turn. For carrying 1 turns, here L is 2 pi into R, or R can be given by L upon 2 pi. Substitute mu naught pi I upon L. Okay, substituting in the following equation, this equation number 1. Similarly, another magnetic field for n number of turns I divided by what? 2R, and whose expression is given by mu naught n I upon, what is R here? L upon 2 n into pi. Therefore B dash equals to mu naught n square pi I upon L. So this is equation number 2. So comparing 1 and 2, that is becomes here B dash equals to n square of B. Option B. here length can be taken by here 2 pi r. So let's check that problem afterwards. So 17th problem is your taken solution, so that I will move for next question. Everyone. Eighteenth. A long straight wire of radius carries a steady current I. The current is uniformly distributed over its cross section. The ratio of magnetic field B and B dash at this radial distances a by 2 and a respectively from the axis of the wire. So here the magnetic field at a point inside the wire at a distance for R, first condition is a by 2 and whose magnetic field equation will be written mu naught upon I 2 pi a square. Substituting in the place of 2 pi a square, in the place of R, distance here what taken, here A can be taken by, now I take R can be taken by, it is a by 2 and after calculation it becomes 4 pi into a. Now I am taking here a square here. If you get cancel, answer you are going to get what? Same. Similarly for another magnetic field, mu naught into I 2 pi r, that is mu naught I 2 pi, what is r here? I upon 2a. So what is the final equation? Mu naught upon 4 pi a. Now you got b and b dash, take the ratios. So finally what you get answer? Looking at the both equation, both are same, so answer comes how much? 1. The ratio of those two axis of the wire magnetic field is 1. Okay, shall I move to next question? Everyone. Question number 19. A proton and alpha particle enters a region of a uniform magnetic field B, moving along at right angles to the field B. If the radius of the circular orbits for both particles is equal and kinetic energy acquired by the proton is 1 mega electron volt, the energy acquired by the alpha particle will be. Again, this is the problem of the two particles, they are moving in a magnetic field, hence whose radius equation is given by mu upon qb, and along with they are expressing in terms of kinetic energy 2 mk upon what? QB. There are two particles, one is alpha and another is what? Proton, and we know that both having the same radius. So this radius above equation, the radius above equation can be modified into following equation as 4ma Ka upon Qa square upon Ba square. Similarly for proton, same. Now almost mass, charge, magnetic field, everything is going to get what? Same. This portion, this portion, this portion, this portion. Ka equals to Kp, means kinetic energy of alpha equals to proton, kinetic energy of proton. Kinetic energy of proton is how much? 1 mega electron volt. Then what is your answer? Answer is remains also same, means kinetic energy also remains same for proton as well as alpha particles. Okay. Shall I move to next question? So question number 20. A charged particle moves through a magnetic field in a direction perpendicular to it. Then what is your answer? So this is a based upon concept based question. Here the magnetic field will be act perpendicular to the velocity at every instant. Then it makes that particle makes or moves in what path? Circular path. When it moves in circular path, the speed remains same. The option is C. For the following given condition, the particle makes a circular path, hence its speed remains same. Shall I move to next question? So question number 21. A charge Q moves in a region where electric field E and magnetic field B both exist. Then what is the force? We discuss in this synopsis, when a charged particle will be acting with electric field and magnetic field, there will be which force comes? That is Lorentz force. Lorentz force is nothing but what? It is the combination of electric field force and magnetic field. Hence, you are going to get what? Following expression in this follow. That is option B. This is the sum of electric force with the magnetic force. Move on to next question. Is I am going fast? Is I am going very fast? Okay. So next question, question number 22. A long solenoid carrying current which produces a magnetic field B along its axis. If the current is doubled, then the number of turns per centimeter is halved, then the new value of magnetic field is how much? So this is the case of a solenoid. So solenoid magnetic field equation is given by mu naught into n into I, means the magnetic field is directly proportional to n into I. For the two different cases, b1 upon d2, n1 I1 upon n2 I2. So first one, n1 equals to n, if I take, there is a second case, what happens, it is halved and current remains what, first time is I and second time it is doubled. Then the above equation, that is b1 equals to, I am taking what, b, so that 1 2 3 all three conditions are substituting in this following equation. What happens, b upon b2 equals to n upon n by 2 I upon 2I. Further solving this one, you are going to get what, 1. So final answer, whatever the new magnetic field is there, that is second one magnetic field, that equals to B, option D. Shall I move to this question? Okay. Question number 23. A magnetic force acting on a charged particle of charge minus 2 microcoulomb in a magnetic field acting in y direction. When the particle velocity 2I plus 3j into 10 the power of 6 meter per second is in which direction that force will be acting? So here magnetic force is there and velocity is there and magnetic field is there, so that with the help of Lorentz force, what is the Lorentz force? F equals to Q into B. It is not Lorentz force, it is the force on a charged particle equation. Charge is given 2 into 10 the power of minus 6 coulomb. Velocity is given 2I plus 3j into magnetic field is acts which direction? Y direction, that is whose value is, actually it is not at, it is 2. make it correction. That is magnetic field is to y direction means you should take what here, j kappa. Now it is a cross product now. Minus 2 into 10 the power of minus 6. I will keep this one. I'm going to only multiply, because in I cross j, you need to multiply, you're going to get what, k. If I multiply j into j, your answer is 0. No need of multiplying j into j. I into j, 2 2s are 4. I into j, what is your answer? K into 10 the power of what? 6. So minus 2 4s are minus 8. 8 10 the power of plus 6 minus 6 get cancelled, which is which kappa? K kappa. Then what is your answer? Force will be acting minus 8 Newton along negative z direction. Yes, correct. Which option is correct? Option A. Okay. Next question. 24. A beam of cathode ray is subjected to cross the electric and magnetic field. The fields are adjusted such that beam is not deflected. The specific charge of the cathode rays is given by, as the given in problem, the electric beam is not deflected. Then according to the condition between velocity selector, electric field upon what? Magnetic field. So this is the equation 1. Now the conservation of energy, it is given by half m square equals to E into V. Therefore velocity equals to square root of PV upon m. This is equation 2. From 1 and 2, here combining these two velocities, 2ev upon m is equals to E by B. So finally rearranging things, E by m, because they are asking a particular specific charge. What is specific charge? That is ratio of E by m. E by m equals to what happens? Square root of T removing the square everything, we are going to get what? E square upon 2v b square. 2v b square. Okay. Option is D. Students, here remove the square, it becomes E square upon b square, and the root will be transferred here. It becomes 2ev upon m. So final answer is option D. Shall I move to next question? The uniform electric field and uniform magnetic field are acting along same direction in a certain region. If the electron is projected in the region such that its velocity pointed along the direction of the field, then electron, see here the condition is given, if the electron is projected in the region such that velocity is pointed along the direction of the fields, then electron what happens? So this is a concept based question. Because of the velocity is pointed along the direction of the field, then the electron speed will be decreases. It is option A. Move on to next question. 26. The magnetic field at the origin due to the current element ideal placed at a point with vector position r by using the Biot-Savart's law. Okay, one can write for given condition the magnetic field at the origin due to current element ideal placed at the point of the vector position is given by dB bar equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl bar r into r bar power r cube. That is option B. So this is option A. Ideal into R. Shall I move to next question? The Biot-Savart's law in vector form. Now only in previous problem only you solved. The Biot-Savart law for in vector form. It is asking in vector form. Any guessing, students? In previous problem only we solved. It is option B. Yes, students. dB equals to mu naught upon 4 pi I dl into r bar upon r cube. Okay. So 29. An electron is moving in circular radius r in uniform magnetic field B. Suddenly to B by 2 means magnetic field will be at what? Half. Then the radius of the circular path, now it becomes how much? So I told you, when the particle moves in a uniform magnetic field, it makes what a circular path, hence its radius equation is given by mu upon qb. So in given condition, mv as it is, q as it is, the magnetic field will be what get here, half. Then radius what happens, it becomes what, to 2r, means looking at the condition, r is inversely proportional to b. When the radius is increases, magnetic field will be decreases. So following, suddenly it becomes magnetic field b by 2, means radius becomes 2r. Option B. Okay, move on to next question. Shall I move to next question, students? Okay, 30th question. In a cyclotron, as radius of circular path of the charged particle is increases, then the following each condition is suitable. Again, it is a cyclotron. Cyclotron equation is given for what, moving that magnetic force and centripetal force. It is F equals to Fc. Hence, velocity equals to vq upon m into r. As r is increased, what happens, velocity increases. Therefore, omega equals to what, v by r equals to vq upon m. It becomes what, constant if mass is taken constant. So final answer what happens here, v is increased, omega remains what, constant. That is option D.